Observer effect, how consciousness collapses reality into form. What if I told you that the reality you're experiencing right now isn't set in stone? That every moment of your life, every event, every outcome, every possibility is not something that just happens to you, but something you are actively shaping. Quantum physics has revealed something that ancient spiritual traditions have always known. Our awareness doesn't just observe reality, it creates it. Consciousness is not passive. It is the force that collapses possibilities into existence. The moment you focus your attention on something, you are bringing it into being. But here's the problem. Most of us are shaping reality unconsciously. We're collapsing possibilities based on old programming, fears, inherited beliefs, and external influences. We're reacting instead of creating. But what happens when we wake up? What happens when we take back control of what we observe and start directing it with intention? Welcome to World Renewal Ceremony, where we explore the deep connections between consciousness, energy, and the reality we create. I'm Rocky Holland, and today we're diving into the observer effect, how your focus literally collapses reality into form, why belief is the most powerful creative force, and how to start shaping your world with full awareness. The observer effect, why reality responds to consciousness. If you've ever heard of the double slit experiment, you already know about one of the strangest discoveries in physics. Particles change their behavior depending on whether they are observed. In this experiment, scientists shot tiny particles, like electrons, through two slits. When the particles weren't observed, they acted like a wave, existing in multiple places at once. But the moment they were observed, they collapsed into a single point, behaving like solid matter. In other words, the simple act of watching changed reality. What does this mean? It means that reality doesn't exist in a fixed state until consciousness interacts with it. Before observation, everything exists in a field of infinite possibilities. But when we focus on something, when we give it our attention, we are literally bringing it into form. So when people say, what you focus on grows, they're not just being metaphorical. This is literally how quantum reality works. Exactly. Your attention is a creative force. It's not just noticing reality, it's shaping it. And this brings us to something even deeper: belief. The power of belief, the engine of reality creation. If observation collapses possibilities, then belief locks in reality. The things we believe to be true create an energetic framework that reality conforms to. This is why people who are convinced that life is hard experience struggle, and why people who believe in their own success tend to manifest opportunities that others don't see. Scientific and spiritual evidence that belief creates reality. The placebo effect. People experience real physical healing simply because they believe a sugar pill is medicine. Psychological priming. When someone is told they are lucky, they subconsciously act in ways that create more positive outcomes. Spiritual teachings. Every major tradition speaks about faith as the key to miracles, implying that belief alters the fabric of reality itself. That makes sense. If someone is certain that something is true, they act in ways that make it happen. But does that mean belief is stronger than external reality? Yes, because external reality is not fixed. It's fluid, and your belief acts as the blueprint for how it takes shape. How we've been tricked into creating reality unconsciously. If belief is the most powerful force in reality creation, then we have to ask, who has been shaping our beliefs? For generations, people have been programmed to create reality for someone else's benefit. Think about how systems of power function. Scarcity programming. We're taught that success is limited, money is hard to come by, and struggle is inevitable. This keeps people focused on lack, collapsing realities of limitation. Fear-based narratives. The media bombards us with fear, keeping collective attention fixed on danger, which in turn manifests more instability in the world. Authority over mindset. Education, religion, and social systems often discourage independent thinking, shaping what people believe is possible for them. This is why so many people feel stuck, because they are collapsing reality based on someone else's script. But the moment you start questioning those beliefs and reshaping them, you begin to step into your power as a conscious creator. Chris. So waking up isn't just about seeing the truth, it's about reclaiming our ability to shape reality on our own terms? Yes. And that brings us to the most important part. How do we start doing that intentionally? How to collapse reality with intention. The creator's blueprint. If everything exists in a field of possibilities, then the key to reality creation is learning how to collapse the probabilities you actually want. The three-step process for conscious creation. Direct your focus. Where attention goes, reality follows. Become hyper-aware of where your attention is flowing. Are you focused on problems or solutions? On fear or potential? Use intention statements to direct your focus. I choose to see opportunities. I am aligning with abundance. Reshape belief, install the reality you want. Identify the beliefs that are shaping your current reality. Replace them with a new paradigm. What if success was easy? What if I was already aligned with my highest path? Take action as if reality is already set. Quantum reality responds to certainty. Act as if the version of reality you desire is already locked in. Make choices from the future, not the past. Live as if your desired outcome is inevitable. Chris, that's deep. So we don't wait for proof of a new reality. We act as if it already exists, and then reality adjusts to match it. Exactly. Because the more energy you pour into an idea, the faster it solidifies into form. The collective reality shift. How we shape the world together. Here's where it gets even bigger. If individual consciousness shapes reality, then collective consciousness shapes the world itself. Every social movement, every mass awakening, every major shift in human history has happened because enough people aligned their belief and focus toward a new possibility. This is how we dismantle systems that no longer serve us, not by fighting them, but by withdrawing our focus and directing it towards something better. The old paradigm collapses when enough of us choose a new one. You are shaping reality every second of your life. The question is, are you doing it consciously or unconsciously? So here's your challenge for the week. Choose one belief about reality that you've been holding on to and ask yourself, does this serve me? If not, rewrite it. Begin acting as if the version of reality you desire is already unfolding. And as always, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed how your beliefs shape your experiences? Let's talk about it. Message me, leave a comment, and let's explore this together. Until next time, keep questioning, keep expanding, and remember, you are not just an observer of reality, you are the architect.